rap is dying. Can we admit it?
No.
Rap is dying.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Firsties podcast. I'm your host, Mila.
And I'm your host, Mela.
If you're new here, if you're a Firstie,
We're basically a safe space for first gens who dare to dream.
we like to laugh, kiki, argue.
Basically, two baddies with a mic.
No lies.
No lies.
Okay, let's jump into the episode. Should we tell them what happened?
Yeah.
The last 30
guys.
minutes?
We have not been recording for a while.
We've been doing batch
Exactly.
episodes.
We're batch
just our
creating,
schedule. Yeah.
and we haven't been like on the camera, like in front of a camera for so long. So now we
Which-
did the intro.
Which so long could be like a week for us, but
Literally,
still.
yeah. But we did the
We
intro
had
like
to-
4 times, right?
4, 5, 6 times,
4, 5,
babes.
6.
Literally, you blocked out the last 2.
Literally. I said,
What
I'm
is
your host,
going on?
Mila.
Yeah.
Instead.
And I said, welcome back to, what's the name of this podcast?
What show is
Like,
this?
yeah, you really got to keep exercising that muscle.
Oh, this is crazy.
But anywho, we got through that. That was kind of
Right.
painful.
Let's do a little recap. before we
Recap. So
start.
I actually don't have much to recap.
Same.
Traveling quite a bit for work, and so just to like de-stress, I've been just getting into Netflix. These Netflix shows are kind of
Yeah.
going crazy. What are we watching right now? What are you watching right now?
So
Nelly?
I'm starting Love is Blind. Oh, I started. Yeah, I'm like literally like on episode 2.
Love is Blind DC, correct?
Love is Blind DC.
They're in our
So,
city.
they're in our city. I had to watch. I watched last season too. I actually watched the last 3 seasons.
Oh
Or
wow,
two
yeah.
seasons
You're
last season.
You're Stan. Okay.
But yeah, and I have a lot of opinions already.
Okay.
And I'm on the 2nd episode.
I have one question to ask you.
What?
Isn't it strange that Love Island DC, there's not one,
Love is Blind DC.
excuse me, yes,
Yeah.
Love is Blind DC. Isn't it strange that on the Love is Blind DC, there isn't one?
Abisha?
Thank you.
Exactly. I literally was
What?
like, the cast, that's not who we see on the day-to-day. I'm sorry.
Like when I say it's so many, like, come on, let's just be real.
Even like the people, I'm just like, where'd y'all get them?
Like,
Be honest.
where did you get them?
I've never seen a physician ever
And-
in the DMV.
Never. But I
never
think
met
what
one.
I low-key think what the producers did is they picked these certain people who obviously have those real jobs, like that's a real job that they have.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they wanted to give DC.
Oh, wait. Did I say physician? Physicist.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
For it to give DC. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but
like
it
imagine
didn't
if all the
give DC.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I thought I was gonna like see the people and be like, this is definitely the DMV. Like,
Yeah.
they did say it's the DMV area, so like let's maybe they brought him like from Fredericksburg or Woodbridge. Like you never know because they did say DMV.
Yeah,
Did they?
yeah.
Or is it DC?
I
Or the
think it's mostly DC,
metropolitan?
but some people. I mean, if you're not from DC, when people say DC, they can be Maryland, it can be Virginia.
That's
like, let's
what
be
I'm saying.
real.
So I feel like they brought them like from like around DC, but not DC.
Yeah.
None of them gave DC.
But I think the occupations. Like, do you ever think about how we are perceived saying we're from DC? Like, when you go to someone who's only know what they see on TV,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
think that we're just chilling with the presidents. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right? Yeah.
an
It
outsider
depends-
looking
It depends
in.
who you tell though.
that's true.
Do you know what I mean? Because you're black, people automatically think it's like, oh,
Yeah, that's
like
true.
the other side of DC. So it's
Yeah,
just like-
but have you ever done a thing where it's like, oh yeah, I'm from DC, and they're like, oh, which part? Like, I have a cousin in
Yeah.
Capitol Hill, and I'm like, oh, actually, like Northern Virginia, and then you get it, and they're like,
Girl,
oh,
you
they
know
look
when I
at
did
you
that
crazy.
actually?
I know the story, that's why I prepped you. Go
comedy.
ahead.
I went to a comedy show in New York.
She
and
sure
We
did.
sat in front, like that means
So she's a rookie when it comes to comedy, so you don't
yeah,
stand
that
in
was
the
my
front
first
row.
time going to
Yeah.
a comedy show. And we're sitting in the front, and this guy, the comedian, points at me. He was like, "Oh, you like where are you from?" I was like, "DC." Where in DC? I was like, "Oh, I'm actually like from Virginia, but I always say I'm from DC if I'm like traveling."
yes.
So
So do
I
I.
told him that, and I was the joke for the next like 10, 15
Like,
minutes.
oh, so you
He was like, people aren't from da-da-da-da, like they act like what's it called? He's like, oh, just say where you're from. Blah, blah, blah. He was just talking about me just lying damn near, and I was just right in front. I wasn't laughing though.
But here's the thing, just to have your back for a moment, like saying like Springfield, Virginia, their eyes are gonna gloss over. Everyone knows where DC. Do you see what I'm saying? So like
Exactly.
he's a dick.
Exactly. And people
Like-
think when I say Virginia, it's like West Virginia or the
There's an idea-
Fredericksburg, like you know those like
Yeah.
those people. No, I'm talking about no.
I think you're a Quaker or something. Like I don't know.
Right. That's why I always say
Yeah.
DC because I'm like,
It's just easy.
don't even
It
get
also
there.
sounds
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, I feel you.
exactly.
So how's the show going? Any other unpopular opinions
Oh,
or anything
I-
from Love is Blind?
Okay,
So
let's say
are you
what I'm
caught
like
up?
right now.
You're caught up.
No, I'm on like episode 2. Wait, how many episodes are there right now?
Okay, right now there's a couple episodes out, and by the time this Firsties episode comes
Yeah.
out, there's gonna be more episodes, which I'm so excited
okay.
to see.
Okay, so let me tell you what I think right now. I hate the art dealer guy. Hate him bad.
Okay, let's talk about
Rob?
him. Who knows? Okay.
I don't know. I'm really
literally watched every episode, could not tell you what his name is.
I hate that man. I hate when people are like, you're not humble, but you're acting like you're humble in a bragging way. It's like honestly, like, I'm just a regular person. You're not
humble
living me for me, not for like the $400,000 penthouse,
on my
the
yacht.
Rolex.
It's just so annoying. It's just like,
exactly. I'm just like, can you just literally just, you're not humble and it's okay. Can we talk about the guy who said, I've been called a cheater. Have I done that?
I hate when men do this. They ask themselves questions and answer and think it gives them like some like they're like, do I believe in love? Yes. Am I a cheater?
Oh my God.
Yes.
I hate
it's like that. Okay. All you're saying is, okay.
And it's the fact that like the way he framed it just pissed me off.
I was hoping that I would like, I texted some of my friends who like grew up in DC and stuff like that. And I'm like, hey, recognizing them from the show. They're like, literally no. Like, I feel like DC natives and people in DC are like, who were these people? But like, the contestants in LA or whatever, I would never be like, they're not from LA. Like, I would think, oh, that's LA people. You know what I mean? But if you're from here, you find like, that's why I'm like, not one Habesha, not one African, like,
not one Nigerian. I'm not even kidding. One,
like,
there had to be like, the fact that there's no Nigerian and Habesha men in that pod tells you everything.
Literally, like, come on.
Yeah.
But
what's
getting good.
Are you watching?
So I was watching Nobody Wants This. Have you seen it? It's the rom-com with Kristen Bell.
Telling me to watch it.
I was addicted.
Really?
Addicted, yeah. Because it's a different spin on, I love a rom-com.
Yeah.
Like, the more unrealistic, the better for me. Like, I be eating that up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Setting up these unrealistic expectations in my head.
Literally. Yeah.
Right?
Love rom-coms.
I don't want to see myself on the screen. Yuck. You know what I mean? I want to escape a little bit.
Right.
But with this one, like, there's one episode that's the ick. And I love that episode because essentially it's a funny way, but realistic way of how she's liking this guy, whatever. And then she gets the ick. And as you know, with us girls, it's kind of like getting in the friend zone. Like, it's tough to get out of it.
It's
like,
a done deal.
It's done.
Yeah.
Like, get your affairs in order. Like, it's a done deal.
Farewell. Literally. Yeah.
Of course, he's very like wise and emotionally healthy, so he walks her through.
Oh,
like,
he's the rabbi.
He the hot rabbi is what they call him. Yeah, exactly.
He's kind of cute in like in a grungy little white boy.
He is. Yeah. Oh yeah, that actor, like younger, like OC days, like he was the guy.
Okay. Yeah.
He's like an Ashton Kutcher type. Yeah.
Preaching, but
yeah. Anyways, but it's just a cool take on, I think this type of movie would have not been successful 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, in the day and age now of who's watching these movies, very, very successful because it's rooted in reality. Like, and also couldn't relate.
I don't like the
that's what I'm saying. I want to escape.
And reality.
Yeah, but I saw myself with the ick one where she's like there's a point where you could literally see her getting the ick, meaning like the way the director did it.
Yeah.
Like where her eye moves, where she started to like, she could not hear anything he was saying past that ick. Like once the ick happened, she just like, oh my God. And then the sister saw her getting the ick and was like, come with me. And she's like, you got the ick, didn't you? And she's like, no, he's still wonderful. Like he's the most healthy. And she's like, it's okay. Like, let's say goodbye. You know what I mean?
Gosh,
and then he kind of talks to her in a very healthy way and gets her like past it. And
she gets past it. Okay.
I don't want to spoil it for you.
I'll watch it.
But it's really, and it's just, there's some ups and downs and like, you know, like she texted him a funny thing and he didn't respond back for 24 to 48 hours. And they just had a really great kiss. But literally he was in the hospital with a close friend, or actually his ex girlfriend who was in the hospital. So like he was not on his phone. But you know, us girls will spiral. We would say, oh my God, was it not a great kiss? Was it, you know, like so relatable.
Oh, speaking of, if a guy's a back kisser, would that be like a deal breaker for you? Like absolutely not, you're leaving?
Not a deal breaker, but you know, we would slow down a little bit. But what makes a bad kiss? You know what I mean?
Slow down.
Y'all
just don't.
Thank you.
Aren't like, you know what I mean?
Melly,
like
exactly. Because I don't know if there's a bad kisser. I really don't think. Because here's the thing.
I think there's a bad.
You think?
Yeah,
I think it's about compatibility. Like, let me give you an example. I have a girlfriend who she really loves wet kisses. Oh, no. I don't.
Yeah.
She thinks like the passion, and that's her lane, right?
Yeah.
I said, great, our men will never overlap. Can't do that, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I want them to be really into it and stuff. I'm like, great. So you need to find someone who's also, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess
I'm trying
like
to say.
the whole term bad kisser is just like, for you, he's a bad kisser. Because
exactly.
you're not matching my criteria.
Yeah. Because what does it really mean to be a bad kisser? Like,
I guess, that, like, just not matching your criteria.
Exactly. And that, so it just depends. So you just have to find
if he was a wet kisser, let's say, the guy left him down, you left him down, he's 10 out of 10, everything, but he's a wet kisser. The face.
Here's the thing.
Right there.
He's a 10 and we could,
You'd work through it?
Yeah. I feel like it's like could be a funny conversation once we get.
Yeah.
But
what if that's how he shows his love? That's how he shows like appreciation. Show it other way. That
kiss can evolve. You know what I mean?
I guess.
And also someone could say that like, oh, she wasn't the best kisser when we first met, but like, you never know. How about you? Is bad kisser a deal breaker?
I'd say.
I feel like for you, it's a hell yeah. Put my bottom dollar on it. Like it's.
A little bit, but then you can't teach him too. But like, I don't want to teach him.
You're like, I don't want to teach my man.
I don't want to teach my man. I want my man to know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then okay. Are you going to get the ick? Because it's like, why does he know?
I wouldn't get the ick.
Okay.
I don't think I would get the ick.
Because some women are like that.
If you have bad breath, I'd get the fucking
yikes.
We're not speaking after that, especially like, you know what I mean? But like
that, I would say that's a deal breaker for me is hygiene.
Yeah. But if you're a bad kisser, then I guess like I guess I wouldn't.
You really like him, like
I'm trying to think of if I really like him.
So again, let's play this fun game that we always play. He's a 10, but he's a bad kisser.
He'd be like
her eyes twitching for the audio listeners.
He'd be a 7 or an 8.
Okay, and that's about
you're
average.
You really gotta wow me to stay.
Like one of your others need to be more.
Exactly.
But yeah, so please watch that show. It's so good. I don't know. I think they're gonna come out with more episodes, hopefully. But we have to connect on Love Is Blind, DC, when the more episodes come out. Also catch up first because you made it seem like you fully watched it. So catch up so we can
I'm really on episode 2. But also for the people, by the time this comes out, it's gonna be the new episode, right?
Yeah, the new couple episodes.
So comment down below if you're watching Love Is Blind, so DC. We can talk in the comment section. We can also
comment down below if you can see one of us on the show.
Do you see yourself on the show?
Absolutely not. You want to know why? My biggest fear is that I will be the most hated person in America because the internet is ruthless.
Oh, I don't even care
if
about
those
that.
Doors open and he is not my type or I'm just not. You know how there's people who are attractive and then you're attracted to someone. Those are two different things.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, Love Is Not Blind. Remember that one guy?
Unpopular opinion, Love is not blind.
Love is absolutely not blind.
That is the topic of today.
Love got a 20/20 vision. I'm sorry. But remember that one guy? I don't know which season it was. He was like, Love is partially blind, and he was like, well, you should have been on the other show.
Yeah.
I'd be him because I'm not gonna say Love is blind. Attraction means like a lot. Like attraction's a lot. Like obviously it's not like everything, but we got to be compatible. Like. Sexually attracted, whatever, and physically. I mean, and emotionally and everything, too. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Speaking of that, actually, we're doing unpopular opinions for this episode.
Exactly. Okay. Perfect.
Getting a little bit vulnerable. I just want to say, like, you can sound off in the comments. These are our unpopular opinions. So please comment below if you agree. Also, if you disagree, and what are your unpopular opinions? I'm interested to see what they
and
say.
Don't get offended because it's, once again, our opinions.
It's not written in the book of life. It's just our opinions.
And
okay, so I do have topics here, right? And or subtopics or whatever you want to call it. We'll go down the list, okay? So these are unpopular opinions.
So categories. We have categories. And
yes. So the first one is fashion. Do you have an unpopular opinion on fashion?
Okay, with like men or women?
Whatever you want. You can do both. Okay.
I hate high waters. Hate them down. Oh my god, especially like in high school.
Even if it's a style, now they're doing like the high waters with the white socks and then the black loafers, giving a little Michael Jackson moment.
I hate it when it's like high waters, black loafers, no socks.
Ankles are exposed. Ankles
are exposed. That was like every guy's homecoming fit. I'll never forget high school. I literally was just like,
no.
I hate them bad. Like I hate them. And skinny jeans, obviously, like. But we knew that. I don't think it's even unpopular.
I think they're coming back. Or low rise.
On men?
Low rise. No, women.
Women? Oh, like, I don't think there's nothing like, except for capris. I I don't like hate a lot of like styles on women. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
Like
the way that we
rise,
always dress for the women gaze.
Exactly.
That is
I just love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm trying to think of my unpopular opinion for fashion. I'm trying to think. Oh, have you seen those bras with the built-in like nipples?
Is that really a thing? I saw one with like Kim's.
Yeah, and it's pretty popular.
Really?
What are we doing?
Yeah, don't like it.
What are we doing?
Don't like it.
Our natural ones are good enough.
Are good enough, literally.
Yeah,
like
drop the temperature. Yeah.
You know what's like you're doing too much. Like that's like gosh. Like literally.
Unpopular opinion. Sorry, I don't think it's fashion. I think it's kind of tacky.
It's very tacky.
Yeah. Okay, this next one, music. What is your unpopular opinion with music?
Like artists. Okay.
Sure.
Oh, rap is dying. Can we admit it?
No.
Rap is dying. Like I don't really like. I go on. I've never like went on Apple Music and be like, let me listen to some rap and played it.
Really?
It's been a while.
But there is some categories that are under rap that you might not know, like artists.
Rap for me.
Okay.
Except for Gunna, I don't listen to like any other rappers. Maybe like Amine, but like Amine is like in the middle for me. Do you know what I mean? Like he's a rapper, but like a little funky rapper, so love him. Or Drake.
Gotcha.
So Amine, Drake, and Gunna. Amine is not saving it. I just like him a lot. Let's take him out.
Yeah, you're such a fan. It's stupid.
I'm just a big fan. Yeah. But yeah.
His remix on the Charlie XCX Brat is a really good remix. Yeah, it's on Instagram. It's really good. Okay, this next one. Unpopular opinion on foods. I have one. Sorry for my West Coasters, but Eating Out is trash.
Eating Out?
Or In-N-Out, excuse me.
Oh, In-N-Out. Yeah, agree.
In-N-Out is so overrated. The fries dry out so quickly if you get like animal style fries. Five Guys, anyone? Shake Shack, anyone? Like In-N-Out.
Not really a fan of Shake Shack. It's salty. It's so salty. Their burgers. Is it just me? Like I think there's like
the silence is so loud.
Their food is so. So
like, Five Guys? What's your burger spot?
Oh, I love Five Guys.
Okay,
we're back. Like Five Guys.
Get that today.
Or 7th Street. Now 7th Street is really
I need to have 7th Street. I need to try that.
Tried it?
No, I was supposed to go with Miriam once, and then I was busy or something. But
I know you're gonna love it. It's like Five
Guys,
thin
patty,
but less salt. Huh?
Girl,
it's a smash burger.
Mention salt one more time.
Salty, very.
This next unpopular opinion, the topic is, or the category is friendships.
Friendships. Unpopular opinion, we don't have to see each other every day. We do not have to see each other every day.
Low maintenance friends for the win.
Yeah, I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, especially like 20s, whatever, we don't have to see each other.
That's how we're showing our age, because I also don't need to be talking to you every day necessarily also.
Yeah. Are you like a FaceTime person or a phone person?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I do like to FaceTime too. It's just easier because we talk so fast, so quickly. There's so much we have to cover. But if a FaceTime, have you ever seen the thing where it's like, this dinner could have been a FaceTime, this FaceTime could have been a text, and that text could have been a thought. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like it's not, because sometimes we think out loud. Like some of the group chats, it's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna spectate. But I completely agree. Like we don't need to see each other today. We don't have to talk every day. Now I'm sending memes all day, every day. So we're still communicating in some way sometimes. But sometimes I could go a couple of days without talking to my friends, and they don't get butthurt about it.
I think okay. Let me rephrase my opinion. Going a couple of days without talking to your friends is normal.
Correct.
I don't think it's like you're a horrible friend if you're like, not speaking
to them.
And that's
a strange conversation to have if that's the case. Like obviously some friends are like, hey love, we just missed you. We just haven't seen, I travel so much. Exactly. I get that.
Missing your friend is
but
normal.
It's a guilt trip. It's like, do you think I want to be in Arkansas like I just, you know what I mean? No, I want to be hanging out kicking with my friends, but I can't. I'm busy. Exactly. And then I will say, even if I'm at home on a Saturday night watching Netflix, that is still my self-care and something important to me. So it doesn't mean like, but babe, you're not doing anything. I actually am doing something.
Exactly. Do you get what you're taking time. Oh, you get it, yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like even if it's editing a video, I'm like, I enjoy this. I want to do this. Do you know what I mean? So you're not doing anything. Come over. It's like, babes, that's not. Exactly. Have you ever noticed this weird thing where I noticed in my late 20s where certain friendships not ended. It's never beef or anything like that, but they just kind of like dwindled away a little bit because I stopped reaching out. Because when I got busy, where'd the relationship go? And I was like, that it was an interesting kind of thing I realized. Of like, oh wait, I didn't realize every time we hung out or every time we talked about something, I was reaching out and like reconnecting. And the moment I got busy, when I stopped reaching out, is when we didn't really see each other or talk to each other. I'm like, damn,
I
bummer.
have that issue where it's the opposite. Like my flaws, my friendship flaws is I'm not usually the one to reach out. And like,
you're such a weirdo. She doesn't reach out in person.
I don't. And I'm like, oh no, like over text maybe, but like I hate texting too. So it's really, I hate texting, I hate calling, I hate FaceTiming.
You're the problem.
I hate the thingy. But I feel like I'm grateful for my friends because they're the type like to reach out.
Oh,
but then
Miriam has said if she doesn't make the details of the plan, you guys are not doing anything.
Okay, no, I'm not giving her that.
Sorry, I'm gonna back up my cousin.
That doesn't. I would still make the details if we're going somewhere. But what I'm saying is, it's like I don't do. It's not because like I don't like initiating. I think of initiating, but then I have ADHD and I think of 50 million things.
Yeah,
and then I completely forget about that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really true.
That.
Okay,
that's it. And
that's
I'm very much I like my house and my room and my staying to myself.
Girl, me and this couch, besties.
Exactly. Ooh, unpopular opinion. Just because I'm home does not mean I'm free. It does not mean I'm free because I'm taking time for myself in my house. Do you know what I mean?
Just because I'm free does not mean I'm available.
Literally.
Like that is it. That is it. Yeah. Not. Actually, you just made me think of something. I'm going to go back on a category, friendships. Mm-hmm. Unpopular opinion. I will not be friends with women whose life is centered around getting men.
Yes.
No. How much do we talk about guys stuff? Yeah, we kiki about it, right?
Exactly.
But is that the No, we're talking about content creation. There's traveling, our friendship, family, our church life, all that stuff. If it's centered around getting a man, I can't do it. And in my younger years, I was a little bit different. College, high school, for sure. Yeah. But now, if we're only talking about, we gotta.
But even like, there's like, I feel like male centered is like boy crazy on steroids. Do you know what I mean? Because you can be boy crazy. We've all had our boy crazy phases. Like everybody's been boy crazy. But when you're male centered, like anything you do is about a man or about finding a husband. If you're complaining to me that you need a husband every single day, of every single minute, of every single whatever, it's tough, guys, right? We can't have this conversation.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah,
and yes, they deserve. Yeah, they're not horrible people. It's just tough. Like my attention span, I can't. Next one, parenting.
Ooh.
Disclaimer: we are not parents.
We're not parents, but okay. This is really, really, really unpopular, and I'll agree if you don't agree with me too. That's just like how I stand, I guess, where I stand. If you're not okay with adopting, you shouldn't be having children with me, in my opinion, because I think your love is very limited. Because you're not able to love someone that just doesn't have your DNA. Do you know what I mean? Because what if you're pregnant and you have a child and the baby has Down syndrome or is like handicapped or whatever? Then your love is very conditional. Feel me?
Yeah.
So in my opinion, if you're like, those like very, not just like, oh, like I want to have kids, but I could adopt, but I'd rather like have my own kids, whatever. That's fine because everybody want to have like a kid that looks like them or whatever. Yeah. But
bloodline,
some people are very against adopting, like, hell no, like I would never, blah, 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 blah. Like that's not mine. If you have that type of
they should unpack that in therapy.
Views, you should not be having children because your love is very limited, in my opinion.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. My parenting unpopular opinion is I think we should get back to pinching kids. I think Mike Tyson said it. He said the worst thing that can happen in this generation is nowadays people can say or do wild-ish and not get smacked in the face.
That is unpopular.
Yeah. No, I know it is. So let me tell you a little bit more. So like, I thankfully, like, I'm not talking about abuse. Okay. I'm not even talking about spanking or nothing like that. When I say pinching, I'm actually joking around. But like,
low.
No, like literally, I'm not even talking about actually putting their hands on your kid at all. No. But what I'm saying is, but what I'm saying is, like, when I was younger, fearing my mom a little bit and my dad a little bit kept me in line. I feel like nowadays this gentle parenting and stuff like that, I'm sorry, until a certain point, my mom was not my friend. And I agree with that. Like, I'm not your friend, honey, because I know it's good for you. You're not going to agree with me. No, you can't do this. No, you can't do this. You know what I mean? But I think nowadays it's more of like gentle parenting and like, how do you feel and stuff. And that's great. And that we should hold a space for that for sure.
Right.
But like Whitney Cummings, I just stole it from her. She said, like, I think nowadays we should start pinching kids. Like, get back here or whatever. You know what I mean? Where it's like, no, let's not do this, or let's use our inside voice. It's like, no, when I was a kid, my mom, I knew how to act, and I was very disciplined that way.
I see, the way I see gentle parenting is like you're setting your boundaries, and then they're going to get, like, let's say when they
go against it or whatever.
If they go against your boundaries, then they're getting, like, punished with whatever. Like, let's say, like,
disciplined or whatever, right?
Disciplined. Let me just say use that instead.
Yeah.
But that's how I see gentle parenting. Not like, we don't do that, Tommy. How do you feel? What do you want to do? That's lazy parenting. I feel like we need to find the difference between gentle and lazy parenting. If you're just letting the kid do whatever and you're calling it gentle parenting, it's not gentle parenting.
Because, okay, have you ever been at, like, a grocery store? I've been with my mom. And now here's another thing as well. I don't care what's going on. I don't think, unless it's literally abuse and you have to, like, call the police. But I let my cousin with my nieces, she parents how she thinks, and I follow that. That's her kids, right? So I respect people's parenting, right? So I never, like, get involved or anything like that. Yeah. But there's been times where I've seen, like, a child say the most wild, disrespectful, sinful-ish to their parent. And I look at my mom like, my mom looks like, oh, you wouldn't be alive if you talked to me that way. It's getting kind of crazy. Yeah. Like using curse words, you know what I mean? Or like touching their parent, like push. I'm just like, whoa. And this kid is 10. Yeah. What is that going to look like in the world? Next category is travel.
Travel.
My unpopular opinion, actually, this is popular. Airlines hate us. They don't care about us. They never will. It just, how many times have both of us have just been stuck somewhere, paid all this money. American Airlines doesn't really care. They don't really care. So that's actually a popular opinion. I think everyone can relate to that.
Oh, for sure. Unpopular opinion, I will never go to California, California. I just don't like it.
For me, city that did not treat me well was Atlanta. So that airport alone, but unpopular in Atlanta, I could go without ever going.
Yeah, Cali just has
cannot wait till we have a show in Atlanta or LA, and then we're like, LA, hey, we're back.
But I don't know what it is. Like, I didn't even stay there. I mean, I did, but like for like a day or two.
It's kind of like eerie, right?
It's such an eerie, uncomfortable vibe.
You know what I think it is? I think it's people who are from there are most, like, who grew up there. They're natives. They love it. They know the culture. But majority of people who move there is for a dream. So they're very much, like, not selfish, but they have to focus on themselves. So it's definitely, like, no one's going to help you out.
Also, like, the Hollywood, like, all the, like, dark shit that's happening, too.
Yeah. That's going to be.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Because I get the opposite feeling in New York. Even though you could literally be dying and nobody will help you in the street, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And when you walk out, the energy, everyone's doing something.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love New York. Yeah. This next category, unpopular opinion, religion. Ooh, this is gonna be spicy.
Okay, religion. If this is for like content creators and like religion content creators,
so Christian,
yeah, and mainly women, because I've been seeing it a lot. If you're a Christian content creator and every single one of your content is basically talking about meeting a man and being equally yoked only about marriage, you're not a Christian content creator. You're a dating site. It's a dating whatever.
A dating coach.
You're a dating coach, babe. Like, there's just no way. Everything you like post about can't be about being equally yoked and marriage and stuff. Because even in the Bible it says not everyone's built for marriage. Like, this is like,
what are we? Yes,
everyone.
If it's blessed by him, then yes. But other than
exactly,
completely.
Even
agree.
Just like, even it says like women, like, you should like focus your time like with God when you're not married, because you have like your full attention with God, whatever. I'm not really sure if that's exactly word for word what it says in the Bible.
Disclaimer.
I don't have a Christian account, content, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, if your content is husband marriage centered,
that's probably my opinion. Yeah, that's a really good one.
Hate that bad.
Yeah, like love you guys down. Do what you like. No hate towards you. Nothing like that. Obviously, but that's very, very frustrating. Like, that's us back to our friendship. It's like that's all we want to talk about. There's so much we could talk about.
Exactly.
We could talk about a show. We could talk about your goals. We just key too. Like, literally. Yeah. And I'm walking my own journey. So are you. No one's better. No one's worst. But I think this generation, like, we need to do better with standing on 10 toes that we're followers of Jesus. And I'm going to put myself on that. You know what I mean?
Okay. I agree with that. Yeah.
It's very much just like cutesy kind of. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
It's actually the hardest thing to do.
I agree. Yeah. My unpopular opinion is you need to have your own personal relationship with God, and then go into the church so you don't hate the church. Do you know what I mean?
Instead the other way around.
Yeah. Don't start with community, like church, before you know God, because usually what happens, even for like in my own I guess like journey with God, I used to be like in like, you know, church, mazamarat, everything like deep in, but it's because like I didn't have my own personal relationship with God or my own personal understanding of God. And I learned about God, like if you're learning about God through what you're hearing from other people and not the Bible, you're not learning about God, and you're literally just being taught by like
Interpretations
grandmas and stuff who didn't even read the Bible, who just have their faith.
The most modern, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I love that it works for them.
Yeah,
but it's like that's not who you're supposed to learn from. You're supposed to learn from the actual
and that's
Bible.
Your responsibility.
Exactly. So because I learned from people like that, or like from my community or whatever, I learned to just like fear God. And I was like really scared of God. Like in the beginning, like I didn't even pray to him. Like literally, I only prayed to like Mariam so she can tell God type. Like it was that bad.
Real.
Yeah, like I had like religious trauma, like religion. Is that called religious trauma?
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, that. But anyways, that changed until like I went to college and had my own relationship with God, and then I came back. It's like now I love the church because now I have like a one-on-one relationship with God by myself, and then I'm joining into the community. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't know that, Melly.
Yeah, girl. College did a number, but I'm so like grateful for it.
Yeah, it all led to you guys'
all
relationship.
led me back,
but
which
that,
I'm grateful.
that is a bar right there.
But yeah, you need to like, if you have to like stray away from like the community or like from like the culture or whatever to find God by yourself, you have to do that. I feel like that's like a necessity for anyone else. Because everyone finds their way back and they're 10 times better. Because like you're doing it because you fear God.
Think of it, just the keyword that you use is relationship more than like lifestyle or anything like that.
Exactly.
Like what is your relationship with him, and that's between y'all.
Exactly.
And from that relationship being your foundation, it will lead to your family life, your relationship, your job, literally every single part of your. That's so beautiful.
Literally. And
now
one more
church on Unpopular Opinion.
Last one.
Yeah.
We need to separate culture and religion immediately.
Oh.
Pronto, quickly, because the way, like, you know, be like, that's a sin, and it's not a sin. It's only because it's like not culturally acceptable.
Oh yeah,
or it's
there's
like
church culture, and then there's their actual religion.
And I feel like our religion is really embedded with the culture. It's beautiful because of it too, but it is beautiful
as well.
But
there's parts that
like,
is
you can't
the judgment in our culture is just like, dang.
Yeah, I was like, we need to weed it out. I'm sorry.
Like,
I don't know
you're
how we're gonna do that,
too.
but
like, damn, yeah, damn, that's a good one. Ooh, not you eating. Okay, we have two more. Unpopular opinion, social media.
Okay, let me get like a subcategory.
Okay, we could do apps.
Oh, if you have Snapchat in 2025, 2024, delete that.
And she said if he has a Snapchat, then don't date him.
If he's asking for your Snap in 2024, actually get out.
Yeah, that's
what?
He did you a favor. You now know his toxic traits, and you're
who's
done.
Who's even snapping back? That's what I want to know.
I think my unpopular opinion possibly is Instagram is dying.
Really?
I think so.
I feel like Instagram can never die. That's my unpopular opinion, actually.
Really?
Instagram can never die because they will always rebrand and remake their thing.
Because do you not remember when we were younger, Instagram was chronological.
Yeah.
It was everyone you followed. Now it's all business. That works for us because we're on that business.
Yeah.
But for a consumer, that's I literally I don't go on Instagram other than for Firsties and our content stuff. Because we're content creators, I see it as work. But back in the day, I used to use it just to update people on my life or what I did.
But the thing is,
it's curated.
Really,
it's annoying.
I feel like Instagram has still, one, they could always like change that back.
That's true.
And then two, Instagram has done something with like society, whatever, in a sense, like it's like an app where you go to gloat and like talk about your accomplishments or whatever. Because of that, Instagram will never leave because there's so many people that are there gloaters. Like, you know what I mean? Or like you want to talk. You go on a trip, you can't wait till you do that dump when you get back home.
That's true.
You get an accomplishment, graduate, you can't wait till you post.
I guess you're right. And then like compared to like TikTok is more head assness.
Exactly.
TikTok's a little more silly, more.
Yeah, and no one's comfortable, like not everyone's comfortable in like posting a video. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be just multiple generations.
I think Instagram is boring.
Really?
Yeah, we're literally on it because we have a brand, but.
I don't get on Instagram.
Like I'm on TikTok.
I just post my shit and just leave.
Yeah. No. Literally me too. Yeah. I post myself and I'm out.
Yeah, but that's because like because of that, Instagram will never die. And then now it's damn near a dating site.
What's your popular opinion before we go to our last one?
And popular opinion, okay, I said Snapchat.
Snapchat, yeah. We talked off camera. Be real. Be effing for real. What are we talking about?
I'm sorry, I like Be Real. What?
How many apps are you gonna check by the end of the day?
I like Be Real. It was so cute. She said, vlog. Like, edit your video.
Yeah. How many times am I picking up that camera for you?
I loved Be Real. What?
It makes
How'd you not like it? It's like Snapchat, but better.
I've literally never gotten it. Makes absolutely no sense. There were some iconic ones that went viral. I think that's kind of cool. Like they're at a concert or something like that, and then the artist picks up their camera. Yeah. That's cool. But like, oh my god, like, no, I'm sorry, your life is not that interesting. You. I'm trying the metaphorical you. Your life is not that interesting.
But it's like a what's it called? Like one picture a day, so you can see like your history. She's really not gonna. I'm sorry. Like, I was gonna be real, but I don't have it anymore. But
actually, really quickly on that topic with social media, just like all that stuff. Unpopular opinion: your phone does not need to be on Do Not Disturb. You're not that busy.
I disagree. What?
You're literally not that busy.
My phone's always on.
What are you doing?
I just don't like the notifications.
Okay. You get so many notifications.
No, not even that. I just don't want to be disturbed. That's
because
why
you're
we're
so like. Oh my god. I feel like that's giving very much Gen Z and that's giving millennial.
Yeah, my shit's
like I need to see what exactly is happening. I'm trying to make money. We make so much money off our phones.
I get overwhelmed. Not even overwhelmed. Actually, it's not even the like. Let's say someone texts you like, okay, I'm gonna text her back. I'm not like opening my phone. I actually would. Like if my shit was not on Do Not Disturb. Yeah. You text me, I'm responding. Someone else texts, I'm wasting my day. Actually.
It's like you do know that like surgeons who save lives don't have their phone on Do Not Disturb.
Good for them.
What are you doing?
Sorry. Good for them. But I have
such
like
a good
D&D
response.
made of steel.
Okay, our last unpopular opinion is our category is 20-somethings.
Okay.
So in this decade, we're both in our 20s. Very confusing, emotional roller coaster. I will say my unpopular opinion on 20-somethings is if you were in your 20s, I do not think you should make a very important, life-changing decision. I think we're very, very much obsessed with like the younger you are to get a home or to be a mother or father or to get married or move somewhere, whatever is very attractive and it's very impressive. Like, oh my God, she got a house at 25 rather than 30. But like, that's okay. God's timing.
Yeah.
And because especially for women, babes, me at how old are you? 23?
23.
And then 28, 23 Mila, don't know her, never want to meet her ever again. Okay?
Yeah.
You change so much.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying, oh my God, I'm 28, I'm not going to get married now. You never know what tomorrow blesses. But I just don't want, I'll say my unpopular opinion is that mindset of like, we're so much like grind. The younger you are, this is actually the time to like, Melly, if you want to move to Italy right now and figure it out for 6 months, do that.
Know yourself. Yeah.
Try stuff.
Yeah.
But to be like, we're going to do this, I just don't.
30 How about, like, seem if they're like financially well off though?
What'd you say?
What if they're financially like well off?
So let's
say like with buying a home.
Yeah.
Like, that's not something that's going to be detrimental to their finances or anything, or like it's not something that's going to stop them. Do you still disagree?
No, I think that's appropriate.
Okay.
But so you know but you know what social media makes you feel like you're behind. And then people are doing God knows what to people are getting married, people are and I'm like, babe,
that's so true.
In your timing.
I agree, yeah.
Just because I get it at 30 rather than 25 or 22 doesn't make it less impressive. It just makes sense. For me,
for you, yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I would. That's what I would say. In your 20s, just discover and explore things and stuff. Which again, our parents are probably rolling their eyes right now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I'm saying this as someone who
we have the luxury of doing that because of our parents,
right?
Of knowing ourselves and finding ourselves.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. What's your unpopular opinion for 20-somethings before we wrap up?
My unpopular opinion is, having kids in your 20s is literally basically teen pregnancy for me. It's teen pregnancy.
That part.
I see it just the same as the girlies that had kids in high school.
That part.
Like,
but I've had this happen too, where like a close friend of mine just now is pregnant but she's literally in her 30s. But I'm 28. Yeah. So I just see it as like, what if I was pregnant now? So I'm like, oh my God.
Literally, bro.
Are you okay?
I asked my friends like that. I literally asked my friends. I was like, what if you end up being pregnant right now? Like, if they tell me they're pregnant right now, I'm like, what are we going to do? Where are we going to go? Like, are we going to tell your mom?
Yeah. And of course, no one's ever going to have it completely figured out before they have kids.
Yeah.
Like that, like never. But I just think I completely agree with you. I think kids in the 20s, it's like teenage pregnancy, basically. Literally. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. Ooh, I have
your brain doesn't even fully develop till 25. Go ahead.
Exactly. Oh my God, our frontal lobe
so
even developed.
Your kid and you gonna be developing together.
Exactly. That is not gonna be happening in this household. Thank you very much.
What was your next one?
But if you're in your 20s and you're dating a 30-year-old man, he doesn't like you for you.
Okay, please elaborate.
And he doesn't think you're intelligent, ahead of your time. He doesn't think you're mature. He's just a lame-o in his age group, and everyone in his age mates think he's lame. So he has to go younger to find someone to manipulate.
Yeah.
So that's
I guess that's not even 20s. That goes for literally 25-year-old, 19-year-olds.
Yeah, but usually, like, you know, women in their 20s are like the targets because, like, the guys want them young. So it's like a 30-year-old man. Like, if you're 32, 35, what are you doing talking to me?
See,
I'm 23.
That's so, like, alarming for me because I love older man.
Yeah, when I say I like
the men
older
my
men,
age are not up to where I'm at.
I also say I want to date like older, but when I say that, I'm just like 25, 27.
Okay, that's not older.
27
that's
is the oldest
2
I'll
years.
go even right now. What do you mean 2 years? Oh my God.
She forgot that she's 23. She's ridiculous. For the audio listen, she literally forgot that she's 23.
Forgot to do math. But yeah, 25, 27. That's the oldest. If a 35-year-old man was talking to me.
You're 23.
A 30-year-old man was talking to me, and I was just like,
he's not your man. He's your mentor.
Exactly. At first, like, he was like, oh, like, talking to me, da-da-da. But then I realized, like, you know, you can tell, like, the way he's texting. I was just like, how old are you? Like, I asked him because, like,
he's using periods. He has punctuation.
Yeah, like, it just
I hate you.
Giving.
Using too much emojis.
Too proper, like, and using emojis. So I was just like, wait, how old are you? He was like 30. I was like, what?
7 years is not that bad, babes.
No, because
7 years is not that bad. I want to know the starting age. You know what I'm saying? Like 7 years 23. From 19 to 26, that can be much.
Even from 23 to 30. I feel like we're in two different parts of life.
Different decades. So you think people should stay in their decade?
Yes, for 20s.
For 20s?
Yeah, in your 20s until
I'm 28. 20s, I'm fine dating a 35-year-old.
Like 27 and up, okay. Because I feel like at least
you're
know
developed.
who you are.
Gotcha.
You know your triggers. You know your trauma, whatever.
But before then?
I'm still learning myself. I'm still
So it's
growing.
giving manipulation is what you're saying.
I'm so easy to manipulate right now.
Giving.
For a 30-year-old man, you can really just, I don't know. You know
what do you even talk about, literally?
What do we talk about?
Stock market? Yeah. Unpopular opinion, huge age gaps in dating. It's just it's a lot. It's always when it's like, oh my God, that's so cool and fun and fresh, and then 6 months later you find out that it was actually a horrible relationship. There's manipulation. You know what I mean? Like people are cool with it
because they
like,
can mold you into their dream girlfriend because you still don't know your boundaries, so they can
jump scare.
Very
jump scare.
Scary.
So that was our unpopular opinions. That wasn't as like scary as I thought it was gonna be.
It's not that bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Until we see the comments.
They're gonna come first. Yeah,
Until we see the comments, we're like, wait.
I would definitely not be looking at the comments with this episode.
Yeah, absolutely not.
You can handle all that, love.
I got it. It's okay. I'll be fighting for us. It's okay. But no, comment down below your unpopular opinion.
Yes, and we might bring it up in another episode.
Exactly.
Yeah. So comment down yours if you agree, if you disagree. I want to know it all, even though I'm not gonna be reading it.
Or we want to do like another video where we react to your unpopular opinions. So
that's a good one.
Really nice.
Yeah, give us ideas. Like what is out there?
So comment your unpopular opinions so we can make a video of us reacting to your unpopular opinions.
Ooh, those are good.
That'd be fun.
I like those. Those are good. All right, guys, that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching, viewing, subscribing, doing all the things.
Comment, subscribe, post notifications on, follow us on all social medias.
You already know.
And
and we will see you in our next episode.
Toodles.
Bye, guys.